Hey guys, it's Captain Forest here, and today I have a spicy cross-verse matchup, and in today's equal stats battle, I'll be going over both these combatants to see who would win more often than not in a equal stats situation. Composite Ganondorf versus Dormammu from Marvel 616. If you guys are new to my channel, please consider liking, commenting down below, and of course subscribing for further content. Also, shouts to Coffee Shop Gang, their links shall be in the description, and also shouts to HQ Squad, shouts to Korin and everyone else. They help me with my videos and all that good stuff, and also supporting links, Cash App, everything will be in the description. Much appreciated. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about Ganondorf, well, composite Ganondorf. I've only added feats that would be combat applicable or feats that are relevant or what he would use more often than not. I'm not just going to be adding just everything that probably won't even be combat applicable. So starting off with Ganondorf's magic and other powers that he has in his possession, Ganon has demonstrated to fire a ball of magic and can also charge up and fire multiple blasts of magic. He's demonstrated to shoot out a dark wave to telekinetically restrain you. Ganon can also turn his body into dark particles and enter inside people's body and possess them like he did to Zelda. And Ganon was able to control and influence some people with his magic, which is very impressive. And Ganon also has some curse manipulation. He was able to curse the Deku Tree and drain its power and leave the Deku Tree to just inevitably die. Ganon has shown to shoot out a ring of fire at his foe, and he can also turn his ring of fire into bats, which chase after and ram into his opponents. Ganon can also fire lightning, and he can also BFR people to the Dark World. Ganon also has some sealing axes, such as sealing away Princess Zelda. Ganon can also erect a barrier, and Ganon can also teleport too. Now onto equipment. Ganon comes with his trident. He can shoot blasts of magic from it, and he can fire a lightning, which BFRs anyone who gets tagged by it into the Dark World. He can create clones of himself and create minions to fight for him, and he also carries two swords with him for equipment. So that's going to pretty much round up Ganondorf with his combat applicable stuff. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Dormammu. So Dormammu, in terms of his abilities and other jazz, he's demonstrated the ability to use power nullification tactics. Dormammu is able to revoke Thor's godhood and Iron Man's armor. Dormammu can use poison to incapacitate his foes. He also demonstrated the use of transmutation, turning you into a ball. He can also mind control his opponents like he did to Majik. Dormammu has also demonstrated some sealing axes, and he can seal away people, which is very impressive. Dormammu notes he can erase Doctor Strange from existence if he wants to, and if you attempt to absorb any of his power, it will make you go insane. Dormammu also has demonstrated to turn the Hulk into crystal as well. So that's just more variations of his transmutation, which is impressive. Dormammu can erect a barrier. Dormammu also has his mystic senses, which gives him precognition. It also helps him get past people who try to get the drop on him. And it's also been shown in a duel against Odin. Dormammu literally warped reality to the point of affecting Lord Chaos and Master Order in a game of chess. The match essentially ended inconclusive, with both having a king left on the board, so the changes in reality disappeared. Master Order is an abstract entity that embodies order, discipline, law, and structure. Lord Chaos is an abstract entity that embodies disarray and confusion and is the opposing force to his brother Master Order. Adding on even more to his conceptual manipulation, Dormammu is capable of interacting with eternity and can damage him, which is very impressive for Dormammu's magic being able to conceptually affect eternity. Moving on, Dormammu has Type 8 immortality and mid to high godly regeneration. Mid godly regeneration is the ability to regenerate from the complete erasure of one's body, mind, and soul. High godly regen is the ability to regenerate after the erasure of body, mind, and soul, along with at least one even more fundamental aspect of a character's existence, such as their place in the narrative, their entire history, or the underlying concepts or information needed for them to exist. Dormammu stems from the evil within the hearts of mankind, so as long as that exists, Dormammu shall exist. So you'll never die. Pretty cool. Dormammu also notes in his own words that worlds within worlds, dimensions folding into themselves, entire universes being born and collapsing into ruin, and yet I sense that all this is but the merest fraction of what eternity is, what I will become when I reach the core. The very heart of eternity is being. Here, all energy, all matter lies sleeping in its unmanifest state. I will descend into the cosmic void, predicates the birth of form, and beneath the waves of eternal nothingness, detonate eternity's heart, triggering another creation event, filtering the surge through my own consciousness, rebirthing every being and everything in all the universes. In the same comic, Doctor Strange expressed concern over Dormammu absorbing a fraction of multi-eternity's power, and notes that eternity is the embodiment of everyone and everything. So that's going to round up Dormammu. I'm going to go ahead and break this fight down. So Ganondorf has some win cons of his own. Ganon could definitely take victory in this fight. Both combatants can definitely go at it, have win cons. Ganon himself is also the embodiment of pure evil. He is hatred and malice incarnate, and is an abstract being who will continue to return. Ganondorf would be able to combat Dormammu with his own powers, such as BFR and Sealing, which could definitely pose a big threat. However, Dormammu also has his conceptual magic and would also be able to hold his own against Ganondorf. He also has his mystical precognition, which can help him stay a step ahead of Ganon and his trickery. Dormammu also has some nasty hexes as well. He can simply transmutate and turn Ganon into stone or crystal, or simply power null him to get past the constant resurrection. If Ganon does try to take possession of Dormammu or absorb his power, Ganondorf would go insane and in fact be driven out because of this. Also, it's going to be tough for Ganondorf to physically, spiritually, mentally and conceptually take down Dormammu thanks to his type 8 immortality and his mid to high godly regeneration. I think this fight is very close, but I have to ultimately lean more so to Dormammu. His hexes are much more potent, more wacky, and more advantageous compared to Ganondorf's. Power null can be a big issue for Ganondorf. If he gets power nulled, he can't use any of his powers. Transmutation is also a problem, like Ganondorf has shown to be susceptible to being turned to stone, and even Sealing will also get the job done too. And the same for Dormammu also. If Dormammu isn't careful, he could also get sealed up too, or BFR to the dark world if Ganondorf gets the lightning off. But of course, Dormammu does have power null and he has the precognition, so his mystical senses could help him avoid some of Ganondorf's attacks, and also he has his barrier too. So I think with a good amount of difficulty, I do think Dormammu takes victory more often than not. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's been real.